The best one out my scene, like a mirror, face it, G. Cause I got the whole package. You got one thing like your aimery. And all your raps are fake, boy, like it's make-believe. And I'm always on the bitch's lips, Maybelline. Why you frontin' like you really trying to hate the team? TBAC till I'm dead or buried gracefully.
So studio time has basically been labeled as the Airbnb for music studios. And bare bones, what it is a platform for artists to basically discover, book, and pay for music studios. So studio time campaigns basically was kind of the concept that I took. I was just thinking about kind of like the whole, something for X thing, how we got, our tagline, was I was just thinking, okay, hey, the Kickstarter model is very effective, but artists don't want to basically create these campaigns and then ask for money, right? Then the fear of failure is something that they're really not willing to take the risk on. So what I did is I basically kind of took that apart and I just started asking a lot of artists, hey, I had this idea of if we could basically replicate that and create this basic framework of a campaign, and then instead of using money, it was a social backing, it would actually help them to spread their message. What we were trying to appeal to is the masses with studio time. So we realized that we need to be genre agnostic, so saying that it might need to be, a lot of drummers need basically sessions within, they need to do instrumental. Even, we have some basically like choral work in the studios. At the same time, it's basically EDM, like, some kids want to say, hey, how do we take the leap and get in the actual studios? And also hip hop. So what we did is we basically kind of broke it down into each genre, and then we selected a few different levels of kind of tastemakers within their genre. And Danny and I just I dig his music. We kind of hang out, the same group, and friends with all the same. We just kind of connected and went from there.
When they told me the idea straight away, I was just like, yo, this is you're bastards, because I wanted this idea. But they did it way better than I could have done, so I was like, this is family, so I'm always help family out, and I think it's a great idea. I think they're geniuses. I, as a musician and an artist, is kind of, for me, I'm always struggling finding studios and, getting one last minute and this and that, and I use Airbnb a lot. So it's kind of like, when I heard the idea, it was kind of, for me, it's like the Airbnb of studios. Like, I need a studio now, I need to be booked in. So simple and easy. So yeah, that's how I hooked up. Found this good friend of mine, and I was just like, yo, I believe in this, this is crazy. So, then next day I was in the studio.
We realized that there's a lot that, extra kind of service layers, I would say, that's needed, that revolves around the studios. So everything from helping producers and engineers have a profile, a social, I would say, footprint to help market their services, and say, hey, we're attached to Danny, or we're attached to this studio. There's no real place right now for like online kind of destination for people to see that. So that's what we're moving in towards, is saying what other complementary verticals can we kind of build out.
It's got the global potential, but I think, it can really be huge, as an artist and friends who are artists, and the struggle, the biggest thing is to get a studio, to get it for the right price, and the availability, you can find a studio in your area anytime, any place. It's just like, damn, worldwide too, so. Yes, I recorded a couple last minute actually that got added onto the project. They helped me a lot, studio time. It was a thing where I had this idea the night before, and kind of, I hollered at studio time, booked it through that, and next day I had something recorded. I'm a type of guy where, I could be sitting on a beat for 8 months, and then it will come, that idea will come to me, that whether it's like a visual or like a short film or something that I need to do, but I need to just get it down onto the song before I can actually start utilizing it, stuff like that. So yeah, studio time is great for someone who's creative and on the spot and wants to do something there and then, rather than having to wait a week and stuff like that to get a studio and to do this, and then you forget it by then, you're not as passionate. So, oh, wake up Danny, man, I think you're dreaming. The British coming, I ain't talking semen. You broke the States, Danny, did you mean it? That's the Oscar Miller, you be leaning. Fuck you talking about if it ain't me then. Boy, y'all be sitting on the top like some seasoning. The world in my palm, I'ma squeeze it. Throwing up my city, I'm bulimic. Well, I guess it is a dream and I could pinch myself. Wake up in my bedroom screaming, I don't need the help. No, the industry is fucked, it's not a disc I sell. They say I dance with Satan, I don't kiss and tell. See, when you make it in this game, they say you sold your soul, but I ain't worried cause I met him, didn't lack the price.